All right, here's a tease. New Year's resolutions. Now, one of the most popular New Year's resolutions is giving up alcohol, and they call it Dry January.
I know.
So why do people do this?
Well, a lot of people do this for an alcohol reset, I think. Because, starting in November, we've got the holidays. We've got Thanksgiving. We're going to drink. And I'll be honest, I don't drink any other time of the year. I really don't. I don't. I used to be a heavy drinker. I didn't have a problem, but I just realized, wow, I'm drinking a lot of margaritas on the rocks with salt, And so I just kind of stopped. But come Thanksgiving and come the holidays, I noticed more alcohol consumption. And so maybe a lot of people are like me and they're like, you know what, let's do away with the alcohol for a month and then bring it back in February. March.
And then do a reset for Lent, right?
Perhaps.
Okay, I'm going to give up alcohol again for the second time in the year.
Right, or sweets or something like that. So Dry January, it's a month of no alcohol. And I was reading that article in the Times, and it says if you can't go completely cold turkey, try damp January. I was like, I love it. Damp January. In the beginning, I thought, damp January? Well, okay, we're going to get a lot of rain. But then no, as I read the article, it was like, you sprinkle in a little alcohol if you can't completely go cold turkey in January.
Well, my dampness might be your pouring rain, though.
Right.
I mean,
subjective. It feels like someone is sort of was saying like, okay, I'm definitely going to give all alcohol up for January. But I mean,
but you might want to sprinkle
for a
in
Seahawks game. I'm going to drink a beer, or
Absolutely.
with dinner, I'm going to have some red wine. Like it does kind of feel like you're half efforting it.
But even if you half efforted, it still has positive impacts, not only on your mood, but your pocketbook, your health. They say that, if you want to do a damp January, you can only drink on special occasions, add more dry days than wet days and be intentional with your days. So if you're going to say, you know what, today I'm not feeling that drink. Don't drink. And then if you wake up and you're like, you know what, I'm going to have a drink today. Do it. Own it.
Are we done with the red wine paradox? You know about that, where
No.
you have
Do
a glass.
tell.
No, the whole thing back in Italy, you have a little glass. That's why they have, a little $2 chuck red wine with their pasta in Italy.
Yeah,
and it's just this thing that they say it helps your blood pressure and helps everything.
Antioxidants.
And so I guess. But then I heard that I think 60 Minutes said, no, that's no good anymore. Or
right.
whatever.
There's always an article that says, no, red wine is good.
Right.
And then
I
there's
think
one that
it's
says,
somewhere
no.
in the middle. I think, I think there's probably some certain positive aspects to it that you could, find in a supplement somewhere or in vitamins or something like that. But that is present in red wine. But of course, there's all the sugars and
I was bringing it up as a reason for my damp January, because I would have some red wine, because I got quote here, health reasons, good health reasons to drink my red wine.
Hey, listen, if you're like, you know what, forget it. I'm not about dry January. I'm not about damp January, but you want to have a New Year's resolution. You can make a New Year's resolution. Do one that's kind of hard to break, like a gratitude journal, little gratitude journal. I have
what
one.
Is that? You just write down what you're happy about?
Yeah, you could just, write down everything. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for KIRO. I'm grateful for, Seattle. You could make more time for your family. That could be an easy New Year's resolution where you'll find it hard to break. Cooking something new each week. That's something that I'm totally down for.
Yes.
I have learned to cook in 2023, and I love cooking new dishes. And so that's one that I'm going to add
Maybe
to my...
that's how I can get my red wine in.
There you go.
And not break the dry January.
And then commit to drinking less was also on that list. Right. So it always goes back to the dry January. But again, I thought it was a good article. You should go check it out.
I know. Well,
and I think one thing that people oftentimes lean towards is exercise, right? You want to be eating a little bit better. You want to be exercising a little bit more. And I find that's one that can feel unachievable sometimes is, I'm going to do this amount of exercise. I'm going to get back into the gym this amount of days. And I think peeling that back a little more, doing the damp January of working out or of getting exercise is also important. Just getting out for a walk on a given day,
Walk
getting
your
some
dog.
fresh air. Yeah, exactly. Sort of, and making every New Year's resolution that we want to be this big thing, sort of toning it all back to being more achievable. And then you can always ramp it up a little bit more as you go on. Right?
As I think about this, as I'm thinking about this, I don't like this damp January. It's like you either got to cut it out or go all in. It's like a participation award, damp January. Like everybody gets an award on the soccer team, because you kind of tried.
Well, but kind of trying is still kind of doing, and you got to do what's going to work for you. You don't have to give it up cold turkey. Just kind of, be subtle about it.
On January 4th, you and I are going to have a glass of red wine.
Well, I'm down. I'm going to do damp January.
Okay.